Hi, this is Belinda Colubriale and this is Talking High Performance with Belle. So I'm making this podcast for people who want to live their best life, people who know that there's more in them, but they just don't know how to get it. So there's a gap, something's missing, I'm making it for them. Hello and welcome to Talking High Performance with Belle. It's great to be with you again this week. I just love podcasting and I hope you're enjoying listening to these podcasts. So today I want to talk to you about 9 tips on how to integrate self-care and self-improvement, because I think it's so important to look after ourselves, but also to strive to become the best version that we can be. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. So let's jump straight in. And when we think about the importance of self-care in the journey to self-improvement, so often when my clients come to me for the first time, they come because they want a life ultimately that's better. And often there's a gap, they feel like something's missing, and that's what they want to work out. What is that gap and what is it that will lead me to a more fulfilled life? And this is either personally or professionally, and quite often it's both. And so I want to give you today 9 ways to focus on yourself and self-care. And by doing these self-improvement steps, so today I want to talk to you about 9 ways to focus on yourself and give yourself some more self-care. And when you do this, improvement is on the other side, and it is an automatic result of that. So the first one is practicing gratitude. You know, taking time each day to appreciate the things in your life that bring you joy and fulfillment. This really helps to shift your focus towards positivity and overall well-being. And it's a really, really easy task to do, or it's a simple task to do, but it's one that has a huge impact. And if you do this day in and day out, it's a really, really great way just to really give yourself that self-care and to consciously be focusing on that. So I was sitting on the couch with my kids a few weeks ago and we were watching Paddington, and it was a Friday afternoon, and I just remember everyone was quiet. You know, the twins were basically lying on top of me, and I was thinking, gosh, I felt really grateful. I felt really grateful in that moment for some peace. But also there was an hour and a half where everyone was just really content watching the movie. So that was the first way. Another way is to redirect your mind through questions and phrases. And we spoke about this a little bit last week, but you know, if you're feeling negative in your emotions, or you're feeling, I wish I didn't have to go to work today, flip it. How can I make the most out of my day today? Or I don't want to go and see Jane today, flip it. How can I enjoy my time with Jane today? And just really empower yourself so that you're in charge. Point 3, organize your future. And this is really critical when it comes to self-care. So what do you want your days, your weeks, your months to look like? And I encourage you to even block some time for yourself. So if there's a project you need to get done, block the time in your schedule. If you need some more time for yourself, block some time in your schedule. Give yourself half an hour. And when you do this, it's much easier to say no to distractions when they come along, because you've focused and you've got a plan. And this can even go right down to emails and the time you respond. So quite often we're really responsive in our emails. An email comes in, we feel like we have to reply straight away. Instead, if we go, okay, I'm replying to emails between 9 and 10 in the morning, and then between 3 and 4, it gives you back that control. And that's that little bit of self-care to make your day run a little bit smoother. That's point number 3. Point number 4 is have a forward plan for self-care. You know, this could be time alone. It could be time with friends. It could be a massage. It could be, how do you get more of what you love into your life that will make you feel better? And this is all through forward planning. So, you know, I always encourage my clients, what's something you can do this month? What's something you can do next month to get back something, or to get back some time for yourself and to really focus on you? It's really, really important. And when you focus on you, you're much better for those around you as well. Point 5 is intentionally reflect on your days. And the emphasis here is the intentional part. So what has made you feel the way you do today? You know, when you're happy, who have you been around? Who were you around today? Who were you around the day before that led to those emotions? When you're drained, when you're exhausted, who were you around? Is there a common pattern in who you saw, in what you ate, in what you drank? And this allows us to go, okay, if I know what makes me happy, I'm going to want more of that in my life. And if I know what makes me like unhappy, maybe I'm going to restrict that a little bit more. There might be some things that you can't restrict, but you should be able to reduce it a little bit. Point number 6 is prioritizing your sleep. And this is an absolute game changer when you can prioritize your sleep. And sometimes this is just as simple as putting the phone down a little bit earlier, or not binge watching the last episode of that show. And when you can consciously go, I need 7, 8, 9 hours sleep, depending on your body, so I need to go to bed at this time, it really changes the way you function. And I was talking to a friend a couple of weeks ago, and I've been telling her to change her sleep patterns for a while. And she said to me, Belle, I've been waking up early and it's changing my life. And I said, what do you mean? She goes, well, I'm tired at night. I wake up, I feel like I get more done. And it was just so good because now she's practicing, she sent me a message saying I went to bed at 8:20 on Friday night because I was so exhausted. That's, something that I quite often do as well. But you just feel so refreshed and so recharged. And so prioritizing your sleep is really, really important. Point number 7 is speaking your truth in a nice way. So this is really important for self-care because, again, it's all about being the most authentic version of yourself. And I want to break it up and give you a few examples around this. So here it could be saying nicely no to something you don't want to go to. So we don't have to say yes to everything. So, self-care, self-focus could be nicely saying no. It could be not agreeing with somebody and voicing our opinion rather than stewing on it and getting really frustrated within ourselves. We can voice our opinion in a nice way, and then the reaction of the other person is independent to us. If we know that we've done it in the best way with the good intentions, we don't need to take on, sometimes if others have negativity. It could be saying, I don't actually want to plan anything for that day. I just need a down day. That's another really good way for self-care. Like whatever it looks like for you, speaking your truth is a really crucial component in living your most authentic life. So point number 8 is setting an ambitious goal. So this is a really, really important part of self-care because it provides us with motivation, with purpose, and with direction from our life. So when we have a clear goal in mind, we're more likely to prioritize our time and energy towards activities that will help us reach that goal. And it also encourages us to upskill. And when we're upskilling often, because we're going for this ambitious goal, we're learning, we're improving, we're building our confidence. And if I think about myself, when I started out this year, I had 2 ambitious goals that would direct me through the year. And the first goal was I wanted to begin a podcast. So that was the first one. And the next one was I wanted to launch an online course, which is what I'm working on at the moment. And I'm already planning, okay, what does 2024 look like? What are some goals that I want to set for myself to try and reach that next level? And to me, that's super, super exciting. And then point number 9 for self-care is to schedule breaks in your year. And again, this is another game changer. And this is something that's really changed for me since I haven't had the optical stores, is that I plan my breaks pretty much a year in advance, whether we're going away, whether we're not. Just blocking a week or 2 every few months is really, really important. So this could even be, planning something a weekend away. It could be having a day off, or it could be having a week off. And it's really important in looking after yourself. So no one can run on 100% every day. They need time to rest. They need time to recharge. We need time to rebuild our energy. And this is time to rethink my priorities and to think about what am I going to do differently and maybe move forward from that. So there you have it. 9 ways to help you care for yourself more and how this will help you in the journey to becoming the best version of yourself. And to me, that's super exciting. So I encourage you, go through that list, pick a couple of areas to start with and create a plan on how you can bring this into your life. And maybe it's just a couple of simple steps that can really help you in getting started. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I look forward to chatting to you again next week, where I'm going to be talking about creating a life you love, and I'll give you my 4 top tips in doing just that. So until next time, live a successful, purposeful, and fully charged life. Your coach, Belle.